When painting people in watercolor, the real challenge often comes before the brush even touches the paper. The drawing stage. The human body is complex. It's made of many elements like muscles, joints, and facial details, and trying to capture everything can feel overwhelming. But the good news is you don't need to draw every detail for a figure to look convincing. In this lesson, I'll show you a very simple and effective approach to sketching human figures for watercolor. We'll simplify the body into just two main sections, the top and the bottom. This method makes it much easier to draw figures in different positions, standing, walking, or sitting, for both men and women. Let's begin with the core concept. The upper section of the body is made up of the head, torso, and arms. The lower section includes the pelvis, legs, and feet. These two parts meet at the hips. Think of the hips as a pivot point. When the upper body leans one way, the lower body naturally shifts the opposite way to maintain balance. This subtle relationship is what gives your figures movement and life, instead of making them look rigid or unnatural. Let's look at a quick and simple example. First, a standing figure. Everything is stacked and aligned from top to bottom. This is actually the natural way the human body stays balanced. Now, compare that to a walking pose. Notice how the upper body tilts forward just a bit, and the lower body shifts to support that movement. That's the essence of gesture drawing. It's not about details, and it's about motion. You're capturing the flow and energy of the pose, not the anatomy. For a figure to feel stable, there needs to be balance. One easy rule to remember is this. The head should line up vertically with one of the feet. That alignment keeps the figure grounded. If you lose that balance, the figure starts to look like it's about to fall. No matter your style or process, the figure must feel visually stable. That's what matters most. It might sound tricky at first, but once you practice it, it becomes very intuitive. Standing poses are the best place to begin. They help you build confidence and rhythm. I start by drawing a single vertical line. This represents the center of gravity. Then I block in two simple shapes, one for the upper body and one for the lower body. After that, I add loose lines for the arms and legs. At this stage, ignore hands, faces, and small details. Just ask yourself, where is the weight? Which direction is the body leaning? That focus on balance and flow is what gesture drawing is all about. Now let's talk about the difference between male and female figures. There's a very simple visual trick that makes this easy to remember. Imagine two figures side by side. Male on the left, female on the right. Think of an upside-down triangle for each body, where the top point represents the head, and the lines extending downward become the hips. Males usually have broader shoulders, while females tend to have narrower ones. The same idea applies to the lower body, but in opposite direction this time. To keep the body visually balanced, wide shoulders are paired with a smaller pelvis, and narrow shoulders are balanced by wider hips. This balance also affects how the arms hang. On a male figure, the broad shoulders push the arms outward before they drop back in. On a female figure, the narrower shoulders allow the arms to fall closer to the body before moving outward. Everything comes back to balance. Expansion and contraction, wide and narrow, in and out. When one part of the body is wide, another part compensates by being narrow. Once you understand these simple relationships, drawing people becomes much more intuitive. You'll start noticing these patterns everywhere, in people walking down the street, standing, or sitting. And after the sketch is done, adding color becomes the enjoyable part. If drawing human figures feels difficult right now, repetition is key. Go through this lesson multiple times until these ideas become second nature. Once they do, sketching figures will feel natural and effortless. All right, everyone, I won't overtalk it. I think the key ideas are already on the table, and I hope they came across clearly. So now, take a moment. Grab a warm drink, get comfortable, and just enjoy the rest of the video. From here on, I'll let the visuals do the explaining and make everything even easier to understand.